Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to jump in with Vegeta. I think this is a very underrated leader. I think this has been getting a bit too much hate recently. I don't think the deck is as bad as people think. I just think that the skill ceiling required for the deck is much higher than everything else that's out in release at the minute. Now, the one thing I will say is that this is not my list. This is one of our UK players, Kashi. This is his list that he shared with me recently. So we will be jumping in with his list. I have had a couple of games with it. I genuinely feel that the deck is really solid. Even with me being the pilot, I'm not the best blue pilot for sure. And I have won all the games I've played with this deck so far. So we'll see what happens in the ranked ladder. This will be the third or fourth game on this deck with the ranked ladder. So we'll show you pretty much what the deck strategy is with this leader, and we'll show you its power. The great thing about Vegeta is that into the green match you are basically 35k leader, which means that it gets over Gohan with the ability, and it also forces more than just a simple straight one card from Broly's hand, whether it's just a straight 10k or a straight 5k. You know, that 35 means that we have to at minimum take a super combo or the extra card, or it's going to be two combos from hand, which is very, very strong. So this deck is purely built around staying around that 8 card hand. You know, once we activate things like Gallic Gun, once we play Pilaf, you know, we can use those effects to recycle a card and get ourselves back to 8. So we're going to try and show off as much strength as possible as we can with this leader, and we'll give you hopefully a good show and a good example about what this leader, or what the power of the leader is capable of. But yeah, I think out of all the blue decks, I definitely think that Vegeta and Goku Black are the hardest. I think Goku Black, personally, I think is just slightly more difficult, because it's not a draw leader. Even though it's easier to stay within that 7-card hand, it just forces a bit more of a perfect playstyle, I think, whereas Vegeta, you can make a mistake here or there and you can kind of get covered from it. We're going to keep this hand, this is a good hand. So the deck strategy into green is just we want to go as hard and as fast as possible. So we will probably not play the Goten turn 1, obviously, since we are not going first. Don't necessarily think we need this right now. Actually, this could be good for getting rid of those No. Do you know what? We'll keep the Gohan for now. We're just going to jump into the trunks, get the draw, and then we'll pass. So we want to utilise these 1-drop Gotens as just aggressive attack power. We're not that fussed about forcing an Awaken right out the bat. So we're more than happy for him to trade with us if he wants to. Standard cantrip. Let's see if he gets the extra card. Or maybe even a Vegeta, I suppose. Yeah, it gets the extra, that's fine. Okay, so I'm not... My thing with this is that I'm not always against... I think also... I think we keep this... Yeah, we'll charge him for now. My thing about returning these to hand is that it's sometimes not the worst situation. Because obviously, the more top 3s you give them, like, we know that he's found the extra card, so I don't think we really care about him adding anything else. I would much rather force him to maybe try and bottom deck 8 drops and super combos if he hasn't got that many in hand. So we're going to go into the Goten. We're going to send this back to hand. Take the life. And yeah, we'll just leave that at 15. And we'll swing leader to leader. And then next turn we can really put on pressure. We do want to defend this Goten. Since we don't have a... Well, we do have another Self-Awakener, but I would rather use the Goten attack and then play this as well, potentially, just to get that Awaken if we really want it. But it might not be necessary. So he's just going to swing 15, so we're just going to trade off that. Keep the Goten around. It looks like he is running a suboptimal list. I'm looking at the Paragus and the Raditz. Okay, he's just going to Cantrip City here. But I'm fine with this. The more top searches he does, the chances of him bottom decking better cards is for us, so we don't have a problem with that. We're also actually. We might just charge one of these. And we're going to swing. We'll return the Gohan. Yeah, we take the life. Oh wait, we can't return the Gohan because we've just run to 8. Perfect. See, this is the thing with blue. Is it's so easy to forget those little interactions. Okay, so I think, do we swing with the lead or do we go into one of the 1-drops here? Yeah, I think we do this. We'll swing, we'll see if he takes the damage. He does, which is good for us. Because then we will swing leader to leader. Actually, in hindsight, we should have played the Trunks first. So he's just going to get a free combo out of that. It's kind of annoying. But then now we're going to go into the Trunks and we're going to swing a 25 at him. So he's either going to have to use both of these on board or he's going to get a card out of hand. But he does have a massive hand, but honestly, it's not the most concerning thing. He has to control this board, otherwise we're just going to overrun him. Yeah, we unfortunately have to throw a combo, so we will combo Piccolo. So that combo gives us the 30, which is actually quite good, because it now forces more than just these two. So he puts a 10 and then gets rid of 1, so that's fine. And then we can just go ahead and awaken here. So his next turn is likely just going to be dedicated to a ramp, and if he gives us the entire turn, this is great for us. I think we just use the cantrip here. Actually, maybe not. Do we super? That is the question. Now, the problem is with his build is that I'm seeing the Raditz and I'm seeing the Paragus, so there is a possibility that he's just not going to ramp at all this game, and he's going to go further into just trying to wipe this board. Which again, we're not against, but I don't want to drop 2 cards for this, and I really don't want to drop a super at this stage. Tell you what, we'll drop the super, we'll see. It forces him to make a decision, because if he just goes straight to the ramp, this is protected up through the next turn as well, which gives us that extra pressure. But if he doesn't ramp, then it's given us that 1 turn. Yeah, so he's going to ramp. So I think that was a good trade-off for us. We have too many of these, so we're just going to charge 1. We'll just do the lead skill straight off the bat. We're not going to return any more of these, I don't think. Maybe we do, actually. The swing go 10. We'll not take the life. Let's just return the Gohan. We don't really care about this guy. It's mainly the Gohan we want him to keep using. For what? We're actually going to put this on it. We're likely not going to swing with it again because it's going to be too big an investment for us. We don't have a Piccolo, unfortunately. We did combo that off. Otherwise, we would have just dumped something like this on it. Yeah, we're going to tap 1. Okay, we draw the Pilaf. That's not a bad draw for us because we can start recycling all of this. So we're going to swing for 30 here. There we go. And this is essentially what we want to do as blue. We want to whittle this hand down through combos while our hand remains the same. So what we're going to do is we'll play the Pilaf because we don't really have much to do with our energy at the minute. Going to grab back the Goten since it's a 10k. And then we're going to swing at leader. Unfortunately, we drew into the Piccolo, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's fine. So this is a 35k now. It's going to probably be a super combo and he's out. We could have put the Pilaf on it. Honestly, I'm not sure what he would likely play in the next turn that would kill this. Maybe the 6-drop droids. While it's inactive, it's just a free combo for us if we want it. If he has the Vegeta, I suppose he could ramp with the Vegeta to kill it. Or sorry, ramp with the Vegeta and then do the active main to kill it. Which again, is going to be a card from hand, so I think we're fine with that. See there, this is what we want it for. Perfect. Just that free 10k. Keep the Trunks protected, because this puts on a lot of pressure into this leader and into Broly as well, because it is a 25k with 7 cards in hand. I'm not against using one of these this turn because we do have a Piccolo now as well, so we can recycle. Yeah, we just go ahead and charge this. So we're at 8. What do we have here? We don't have anything at the minute. Okay, we're not that fussed about the Goten effect, so we'll do this. We will not add to hand. What we will do though is do a final flash on it. We'll just put that extra pressure on. Give it plus 15, gets us a draw since we went from 8 to 7. So it triggers a draw, which is a perfect draw for us for next turn. And then we just leave that at 30. And then what we're going to do is we're probably going to tap 3 to play this and bounce that back to hand. We probably should have done that first actually, because he will likely do the leader skill to get out of this attack. If he doesn't do it now and he saves that for our leader, when we look at 35, yeah, so he does it now. And then we keep the 1 energy open for the Gallic as well. I think that's probably the best thing to do, going into the defensive turn. So he gets out of that attack, which is fine. So we'll play the Trunks, we'll bounce this back to hand. He will likely play it again to get another ramp, but honestly we're not really that fussed about it. And then that's us now at 7, so we can trigger the lead skill. And then we're going to swing with the Trunks first, because our leader will draw. So there we go, there's a 10k out. Then we're going to swing for 20. Again, we're just whittling this hand down, or we're just forcing little bits of damage at a time. And then we swing with lead, this will likely be a super combo. Oh no. So he's on 7 energy with the marker, so he will likely look to Broly us next turn and he will just clear this board, I'd imagine. Which is fine, there's not really much we can do about that. If I'm going to protect anything, it would likely be this Trunks, just given it's a 25. We can make it a 40 with a Gallic gun. So we'll pass here. We could do with seeing another Pilaf as well. We would like to keep that Pilaf combo going. Okay, so it's a secret rare. Okay, if he board wipes us, that's fine either way. It's another card from hand. We have no solid way of removing that though, so it is a 50k that's going to sit on the board for a while. Okay, so we don't need 2 of these. We'll charge that one. We're at 7, so we just pop the effect. The good thing is that when we play the Go tanks, we can actually grab these two back, which is probably the play rather than 5-drop. We're not going to be able to all in him this turn. I don't think we charge again. I think we're fine with 6. Do we just do this now? Actually, I think we do. Okay, so we'll grab the two 10Ks. We'll swing for 25. We'll maybe put this up to 30. We want to try and force out. I think we do want to force out either combo power or just to get him at 2. We'll see how he plays this. The problem is we're in dangerous territory here with this speed still being on the board. And we do not want to tap out, so we're not going to play either of these two drops. Because we need the defensive energy for the Gallic Gun and we also need the combo power. I think we just pass, honestly. I don't think there's much more we can do. Okay, so we just put the 5k on this. If he looks to do the 8 drop, the maximum he can deal is 3 damage. Okay, so he's not doing 8 drop. See, those early game searches might have cost him because he might have ended up bottom decking a lot or most of them. You know, he's not seen any, he hasn't charged any of his ramps or anything. I don't particularly want to take this. I think regardless, he's either going to swing into this or we're going to end up taking that. Hang on, so 15 to 25. So if he doesn't combo, it's a super and a 10k, so maybe we do take this one, and we'll see what he does with this. If he attacks the lead, he attacks the lead. There's not really much we can do about that. Okay, so he's going to pop it off of that then. That's kind of frustrating. I think we just Gallic Gun this. Defend it, get the draw, let's see what we get. It's not great. We are going to have to take that. We're not. We could put the 2 supers on it, but honestly I don't really think it's going to matter. See, we'd really love to see a Pilaf here. Do we charge anything? We're at 10. I don't think we charge. I think we just full send. The problem is that he's got his leader skill, which will go to 35. I think he's used 2 supers, I believe. 1, 2. So he's used 2 supers. He might have bottom decked more. Got no supers in here. And then we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he has access to 2 of the 25k combos as well. And if we all in, we lose. That's the problem. So between our combo power, he's 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 105. So we have 115, plus whatever draw we get off our leader. I think that is the only option. I think if he can out-combo us, he can out-combo us. There's not really much we can do about that. So we are not going to charge. We don't particularly care about the leader's uptick. we're just going to swing 20 into 20 here, get that draw. Okay, so it's another 10k, which is fine. And then I think we just have to full send here. I don't think we've got much choice. I think we do lose next turn if we don't. And then let's just see if he can out-combo us. So it'll be 125. There's a good chance he can get out of this. 100% there's a good chance he can get out. Between two cards, that's 85k. And then whatever supers and stuff he has left. So there we go. There's... That'll be what, 60k? Yep. Then he could go up to 85 if he has another. Which he does. Two supers. He had all his supers. What are we supposed to do against that? Geez, 125 just there. There we go. Yeah. So he saw all of his supers. Even after all of his bottom deck searches, he saw all 4 of his super combos. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it would have been good had we seen at least one more Pilaf. We would have liked to have kept that Pilaf chain up. Are you seriously just gonna do that? Right, okay. Alright. We would have liked to have seen another Pilaf just in the other game, get a bit more of that Pilaf recursion so that we can just put a bit more oomph behind those early game attacks, but it is the idea of the deck anyway. I think we just drew a bit unfortunate with that one, but yeah. Not really much we could do against that, to be honest. 4 super combos and 2 of the extra cards, we kind of knew that was coming. But yeah, so we'll go over the list anyway. It's worth trying out. I do still stand by the list. I think it's very strong. So we do run 2 of these 1-drops of Masters. This might look a bit odd, but this is just to get rid of those 1-cost blockers whenever they appear. It can also bottom deck cantrips. It's a 10k combo. If we use that in tandem with a Gallic Gun, we can make it a threat, and then we can just recur the Gallic Guns through the Piccolos. So it's not the worst idea, but we also run 4 Pilafs. We unfortunately saw one that game. We run 4 of these Gotens just for that early game pressure. We run 4 Trunks Use, just your cantrip. We run 2 of the 30ks, which just bottom deck itself after the attack. And then we run 4 of the Self-Awakeners, the Trunks and the Gotens. We run 4 Trunkses. This card for me, I wasn't a big believer until I saw Cash's list, and I genuinely think, and I stand by what he says, is that this is one of the best cards that Blue has. Being able to remove those like free ramp cards like the Selku and stuff like that, make them at least get punished for it, and it slows them down by a turn at a time. It's definitely a 4 of, I think, in most Blue decks at the minute. We run 2 of these 35ks if we're at 7 or less cards, so this gains plus 15k as a permanent, only on our turn when we're at 7 or less, so this becomes a 35k body again. It's very good for the higher threats like Broly, and even it gets over Gohan's plus 15 ability. We also run 3 Piccolos just to recur those extra cards. We run 2 of the dual attack Vegetas, 2 Gotenks, 3 of the 5-drops, and then 2 Goku Blacks. We do have a lot of good 4-drop targets here. You know, we can play this. Depending on our hand size, we can then add, you know, the 2 here back, give us 20k combo power as well. So yes, we run 2 of them, 4 supers, and only 4 Gallic Guns. We don't run any other extras. There is potential to maybe change these ratios a bit, but Kashi has tested this list a lot. I fully stand by him. He's the Blue Master. He won Celebrations, not with this exact deck, obviously, but he has won Celebrations with a Vegeta leader, and he has put in enough reps that I will trust his guidance on that. So, but yeah, unfortunately we didn't get the win there to sort of showcase the true power of it, but I still stand by the list. I do think it's very good. I think you should all give it a try. I think that Vegeta is being overlooked as a leader currently. It is a skill ceiling thing, which again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I am by no means the best blue player. So what I showed you will hopefully show how good the deck is in a terrible player's hands, or a terrible blue player's hands anyway. So, but yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, as always, just leave a comment below. more than happy to dive into a discussion with this one. And yeah, I hope to just see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.